Hey, so this isn't matching up with this, and I'm not sure which one's right. Can you just hunt down the original for me?
I have acknowledged your request and will begin the process of tracing the whereabouts of the original document in this current moment.
Alright. Hey Kev, what were you saying before about the paperwork?
Jim, as you can clearly see, I am in the process of fulfilling your prior request. You may return to your daily toils as a paper salesman. You do not need to direct your regards to this menial task that you have instructed me to do, as I am fully capable of completing it myself.
Kevin, do you feel okay?
Currently, my health is of an optimal stature, as my body is undergoing the effects of an increase in physical strength due to the large period of hours in which I was able to slumber during this past night.
Yeah, I think we should get him to the hospital.
Yeah, alright Kev, why don't you come with us?
No,
Guys,
he's fine.
He's fine.
He's always been like that.
No, he hasn't.
I mean, he's gotten worse over the years.
He's making a statement. It's an ironic comment on our expectations of him. A funhouse image of our model of Kevin.
Oscar, you may continue pondering upon that presumption of yours should you wish to do so, though given that my former statement is that of sarcastic nature, I would think it wise to refrain from adhering to such pondering as to not appear to be an absolute buffoon. The person with whom I exchange currency for mechanical services on my automobile has a language other than English as his native tongue, but despite this linguistic obstacle, he is capable of comprehending my predicaments involving the functionality of my motorized method of transportation, through my use of childish phrasery and vocabulary, and this linguistic relationship has caused our general bond to positively flourish. Therefore, in context with the experiences with my mechanical expert, I question whether or not the inclusion of excessive and sophisticated contusions of letters and sounds is justifiable in the interest of efficiency, when an almost identical message can be conveyed with a much smaller collection of utterances, understandable by most other cooperatives in the general vicinity.
Kevin, I appreciate what you're trying to do.
I receive your appreciation with gratitude of an equal magnitude.
Here, we have a word code, the same way we have a dress code. And what we're talking about is basically the speech equivalent to just wearing underpants. Sometimes words, need use, but need for talk.
However, Regional Manager Andrew Bernard, you have neglected to consider the time-saving benefits of this productive speech reduction practice, which cumulatively will result in a large portion of time that one can devote to protruding their own accomplishments in life.
Does it save time though? Because we've been here for about an hour.
Halpit, are you seriously implying that this lengthy insurrection that the three of you have set up to suppress my ingenious and revolutionary speech tactic was somehow caused by my course of action, when you quite easily could have disregarded my personal speech choice and returned to your computer to do some actual work? At least I am trying to develop methods of increasing productivity, whereas you spend countless valuable work hours flirtatiously conversing with Pam or playfully distracting our most productive employee with a series of childish pranks. Yet somehow my harmless, quirky, self-indulgent and non-intrusive choices make me the target of this meeting rather than actually destructive actions in terms of labor. Who is really the perpetrator of egregious behavior here? Why should I be scrutinized for
Kevin?
simply trying?
At most, you're saving a microscopic amount of time.
Obviously, your attention towards my argument is not sufficient, as I have already stated that the combination of small fragments of time collected from shortening typical conversations is of a greater size than you may expect, and that time from minimizing distractions can allow me to concentrate more effort to my work and increase my value as an employee.
And what are you going to do with all this time?
If I am capable of extending this verbal element to my livelihood outside of work, I may accumulate enough time to visit SeaWorld on one of my unscheduled days.
Kevin, you can't possibly save enough time to see the world.
Kevin, are you saying see the world or Sea World?
If any of you were actually respectful enough to have listened to my statement immediately prior to this one, you would have understood that I wish to go to SeaWorld, the large aquarium building in which you can see millions of different fish and marine life from the numerous oceans of the world, or watch the large whales hurtle themselves into the air. Maybe if I am lucky, I could visit their location in China.
No, see? Right there. That's the problem with your method, because I still don't know if you're saying Sea World or See the World, and it's taken a lot of time to explain it.
I work with a bunch of incompetent fools.
Fine.
Fine, I'll talk normally.
When I someday work my way up to becoming the President of the United States, presumably with the utilization of such efficient tactics like this, everyone in this office will come to realize their mistakes in attempting to discount the legitimate and creative idea that has since then blossomed into a network of time-saving tactics. They will remember the name Kevin Malone more than they can seemingly remember my words.